Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm really excited about today's video. In this video, we are going to be doing my first ever mock DVC travel agent trip. If you guys don't know already, I am officially a Disney travel agent with a company called Total DVC. Total DVC is a very different type of Disney travel agency. We specialize in booking Disney Vacation Club rentals, very similar to David's, but with a spin. And that is that you get your own personalized Disney travel agent, like myself, for free. We are available to you for booking your dining reservations, helping you with your My Disney Experience app, linking all of your like your hotel and magic bands and all of that stuff and more. And I am very excited to now be a part of that agency and to be able to do a very special Disney vacation for you guys. That is booking deluxe rooms at deluxe hotels with deluxe Disney perks at affordable and more valuable pricing. And so many of the times it's actually going to be cheaper for you to book a DVC with us versus booking straight through Disney. And that is what I'm going to show you today, our very first mock trip comparison. And I am going to be doing this one for a family of 6 and using my own personal information to show you guys how a larger family can go to Disney at a much better cost through us, Total DVC, and with me, versus booking it by yourself on your own straight through the Disney website. Also, a quick PSA, I just want to mention I do have a cold, so if I sound stuffy or different, that's why. So if you're interested in seeing that mock trip, stay tuned because that's coming up right now. All right, you guys, so like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to be doing a mock Disney trip for you guys. A mock Disney trip is basically where I take certain specifications of a family or whoever is traveling to Disney. I use their specifications as far as what kind of resort they want, what their needs are, what type of tickets they're looking for, and I put it all together and I show you what you can do with the budget that you have, booking with Total DVC and using me as your agent. So how these videos are gonna work is I'm gonna talk in the beginning, give you the specs over here on the my left-hand side, so you're right, and show you what these specs are, and then we'll move over to a screen share and I'm gonna break it all down for you guys, and I'm really excited. I think that DVC is very underrated. I don't think a lot of people realize how much you can actually save. I'm just gonna make this quick note. Please keep in mind that when I say save, it doesn't mean you're gonna have a huge savings all the time. It means you might only be spending $100 less than what you would be spending with Disney, but you're getting a free agent to help you with all of your extras, and you are getting a deluxe resort versus a moderate or a value. And that includes deluxe perks, early park entry, and extended evening hours specifically on certain days of the week at certain parks. So just know that the value is always going to be so much bigger. Okay, so for today's family, we have me, my family. We are a family of 6. It's myself, my husband, and my 4 kids. The ages of our 4 children are as follows. So my oldest is 17, my middle is 13, and then my twins, the youngest ones, they are both 7. So you have 17, 13, and 7 and 7. So for those of you who are unaware, Disney will ask you how many children you have. I technically still have 4 children because they're all under 18. However, ages 11 and up are going to be considered adult pricing for anything. So that's the tickets, the hotel, keep all that in mind. So even though I say 4 children, it's, if you're thinking price point wise, it's really 2 children and the rest of us are charged as adults. So we have a family of 6 with 4 children. And for this vacation, these are, for our family, these are our needs for the specific vacation that I'm putting together. We need a hotel that's going to have access to gluten-free food, first and foremost, because my daughter has celiac disease. We also love Disney Springs and the boat to Disney Springs, or any type of boat transportation. It's one of my favorites. The twins love the boat as well. So those are a couple of key factors that went into picking the resort that I'm going to share with you today. We're going to be staying for 6 days and 5 nights with a 3-day park hopper ticket. So that means we're only going to be going into the parks for 3 different days, but we are going to do park hopper so that we have access to all of the parks. But because we're not going to be at the parks every day, we do want to be close to the springs, like I said, and we also want a resort that has other fun activities around the resort, whether that's a lot of pools or different pools that we can go to, the Surrey bikes, movie nights, anything that has to do with that. So given all of those specs and all of our wants and needs for this trip, we are going to be staying at Saratoga Springs for this vacation. Now that you have all the information as far as what we're looking for, where we're staying, for how long, and how many of us there are, I am going to now take it to my iPad and I am going to show you exactly how we're breaking down this trip. You're going to see what rooms we're getting, what the price cost comparison is between total DVC and booking it through Disney. For the purposes of this specific mock vacation, I am doing the exact same specs with Disney as I am with total DVC. So I'm excited to show you guys. Let's go. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me and this isn't like a waste of breath here. We are currently on the Total DVC main renter page. So this is the page where you can basically calculate the average cost based on what the DVC points cost is currently at this time for your specific vacation. So for our vacation, family of 6, 4 kids, 2 adults, staying at Saratoga Springs for 5 nights and 6 days, we love a good May trip. So we are going to be going from May 19th through the 24th. The reason I'm doing this is I think it's very well known, but if you're not a typical Disney vacationer, when you go during the week, it's going to be much cheaper than if you stayed over a weekend. And my family, because there's a larger group of us, it's really important to try not to go during breaks, even though, you know, we wish we could, because those are more expensive, and to also try to stay away from staying Friday and Saturday nights. Now, obviously, if you're going for a longer time period, you can't really avoid that, but we typically don't stay any longer than what I've already selected. And what we want is the Total Magic package. So the Total Magic package is what it's going to be for the cost of the room and your free agent assistance. All right, we're going to be staying at Saratoga, so we're going to scroll all the way down to Saratoga. Now you can see there are a few different price points here. You've got Deluxe Studio, you have 1-bedroom villa, 2-bedroom villa, 3-bedroom villa, and then the treehouse villas. These are the price for the entire trip that we've selected. This is not a per night cost. So please keep that in mind when you're on the Total DVC renter page, that when you put in your trip dates, this is the cost of your entire stay, not the per night cost. This does not include tickets, does not include dining, doesn't include memory maker. This is strictly just for the rooms. And this is a per room cost. So my mind would immediately go to a 2-bedroom villa. It sleeps up to 8 people, all in one room. It's got 2 bathrooms. However, when it comes to booking a larger family, especially my family, when we're on a tight budget, we're really looking at finances here. It's really important. Right now, at this time, at this stage in our life, we can't afford to be spending a ton of money on a room. But there's a great way to hack around this when you're booking with a DVC. And that is If you need more than 2 beds or a room for more than 4 people, say you need it for 6 or 8, like us, you can always play around with the cost of the deluxe studios. And you can get more than one deluxe studio. And as your agent, I will be able to call the hotel and request that the rooms are either conjoining or right next to each other. So that way you and your family are still very, very close, but you're going to be saving yourself some money. And in this mock vacation, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. The cost of 2 deluxe studios standard views are $17.60 a piece. That brings it to $35.20 for both the rooms. When you're looking at a 2-bedroom villa, that cost of the 2-bedroom villa is $45.50. So you're actually saving just over $1,000 by doing the 2 studios instead of getting the 2-bedroom villa. That's huge, y'all. Like, that is awesome. Okay, so now that we have broken down what we are booking for our trip with Total DVC, I just want to show you guys the comparison of this exact trip if I were to book it straight through the Disney Travel Agent's website. We're talking about the Walt Disney World Resort. Checking in, we're going over to May 19th to the 24th. So we're keeping the dates the same. We have 2 adults and we have 4 children, and Disney does ask, I don't know what's going on with the screen right now. Disney asks for the ages, so we've got 17, 13, 7, and 7. And we specifically are looking at Saratoga Villas, and we're going to find prices. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this because you're probably like, wait, what the heck? How are we supposed to price compare if the room type is unavailable? But this is the reason why. So we have 2 adults and 4 children, right? Well, you can't fit 6 people in a deluxe studio. So I am going to show you how I got this cost. So what you would have to do booking it through Disney is you would have to change your setup for the adults and children ratio to book these rooms, and then you just double the cost. So how I would do this, it would be 1 adult and 2 children in each room. So we're going to change this to 1 and this to 2. And what we want to do is we want to average this out. So because both my oldest and my middle are charged as adults, we want this to balance evenly. So we're getting an accurate price quote through Disney. So we will leave my oldest as child 1, and we're going to change my child 2 to 7. And then what we would do is in the other room, we would do child 1 as 13 and child 2 as 7. So you're having an even balance as far as cost is concerned. This is not something that a normal Disney vacationer would know. This is something that I know specifically as an agent. And these are just little tidbits that are great examples of how I can help you with something that you would have no clue about. So now we're going to change this and we're going to hit find a room. And if we scroll back down, we should now have a price cost, which we do. So we're doing the deluxe studio standard. So this would be the one that we would select. Now keep in mind, this is only for 4 people, 1 room. All right. And because of our trip specifically for this one, we are going to have tickets included, but I'm not doing that yet. I'm just showing you this for the room cost only. So the room cost only for 5 nights, 6 days for the May 19th to 24th dates is $23.80, and that does not include the tax. So if you scroll down, you are now going to see the total with the tax. So the total cost for 1 room going through Disney, and you're basically being charged quote-wise 2 adults, 1 child, is $2,677.50. So if we come back to our calculator, we're now going to add that price twice because that is the cost of 1 room and we need 2. So $2,677.50 times 2, $5,355. When booking it through Total DVC was $3,520, $3,520, right? That is insane, you guys, right? That's your savings right there. That is where you're going to save. We're going to go through this fully all the way, but immediately that's where I would be like, oh yeah, we're definitely booking, because if you think about it too, you're also getting my assistance with this. So if you were to go to the Walt Disney World website and book this on your own without any assistance, that's crazy. So you're getting so much more value for your money through Disney, but you're getting me for way, way less. So just keep that in mind too, as a huge benefit factor. So now that we have our price with total DVC, again, the $3,520 for both rooms, we're now going to look at our tickets. Let's go back to the Disney website, and let's just say hypothetically, we want to keep going with this price quote. We are going to add in our ticket options. For this specific vacation, my family is looking at a 3-day park hopper. Right now, it auto selects for how many, Disney will automatically select for how many days your vacation is. We're not doing this. We want 3 days, and we do not want the base ticket. That's only going to get you 1 park per day. We want the park hopper option. This allows us to go to any park at any time for any 3 days. During our vacation. This is the bundle cost. So if I continue, it's going to automatically roll in the bundle cost. And this is now your trip total for the room and the tickets for 3 people. You would double this. But because we want the price ticket separately, because this is how I would do it for you for DVC, you would not have to book your tickets on your own. As your agent with Total DVC, I will go in and book your tickets for you. You do not have to worry about doing this on your own. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This is just so I can show you the difference. So here it says, with your package, you're probably getting a little bit of a discount once you roll in tickets through Disney, but that doesn't mean you're saving money. As you can see up top here in the right-hand corner, the total for both the room and the tickets for 3 people is $4,329.48. You would double this for your family of 6 if the specs are the same as what we're using in this mock trip. So you're talking like $8,700, okay? Let's keep that in mind. When you book through Total DVC, as your Disney travel agent, I will go in and book your tickets without you needing to worry about it. When you book through Total DVC, you are paying full ticket price. However, because you are getting the room at so much of a discount, especially with this specific vacation we're doing at the moment, your ticket cost is not even going to matter because of the because of the bottom dollar. So we are regular theme park ticket purchasers. We do not live in Florida, and we do not have annual passes. So we're just doing a regular theme park ticket. They start at $109 per day right now, but usually they're more depending on when you go. So we need a 3-day hopper, all right? And we're remember, our trip is May 19th to the 24th. I would probably select the 20th as my start day ticket. Typically for our family, we do not go to a park on arrival day. It's a lot. If we do, you can, and then we can always click it here, and then your last day would not be it. So you have, if I were to click this one, you don't have park availability on Friday. If I were to click this one, you do have a park availability on Friday, but not on the 19th. That's the way that my family prefers it, so that's what we're going to go with. And you can see the actual starting ticket price per day is $149. And we are doing the park hopper option. So right here you can see that the per ticket price is drastically higher. Don't let that deter you, I promise. We're going to click this. And now you can see here that Disney charges 10 and up. Oh, I thought it was 11 and up. So my fault, y'all. It's actually 10 and up. 10 and up is an adult price. We have 4 of us, right? And then I have 2 7-year-olds. So there's 2 there. And it's like a $10 to $15 difference. It's really not that big of a deal. But if you scroll all the way down, you now see that the total ticket price is $3,329. $320.30. I know that looks like a lot, but just hang in there with me. I promise there's going to be a big difference. When you purchase tickets separately, you have to buy them at full ticket face value. That's just how it works. When you're booking through Disney, you do get a discount on tickets because you're bundling, you're getting a package deal, but you're not getting a discount on the room. You're getting a discount on the tickets. So with total DVC, it's basically the opposite. You're getting the discount on the room instead of on the tickets. Okay? Okay. The cost of the room was $3,520. Okay, that's for both rooms for all 6 of us at Saratoga, Deluxe Studio, Standard View. Okay, and then we're going to go and add in that $3,320. I'm not worrying about the 30 cents. Okay, so total trip cost through total DVC. See what I did there? For a family of 6, 2 adults, 4 quote-unquote kids, 3-day hopper, 5 nights, 6 days at Saratoga Springs, staying at 2 deluxe studios, no memory maker, no dining package added on, $6,840. Now, if you guys remember, if we were to go back, okay, to our trip, I believe the cost was around $4,300 for one room. Hey guys, editing Jess here. So as I was putting together this video, I realized that I had actually made a mistake, and you're going to see that in a minute. So I was actually trying to quote compare this trip, and I had it quoted correctly the first time earlier in this video, and I accidentally, when I went to re-input the information in, I accidentally put in 2 adults. Instead of 1 adult and 2 kids, I put 2 adults and 2 kids, and that was incorrect. And you're gonna see me make the edits as I go throughout the rest of this video, and I apologize for that. It really didn't click until I was editing it, and I didn't realize it. All right, putting it back to you, past Jess. So we're gonna go back to that. Okay, so that price was $476, and then we added in our ticket options. Remember, this is just for 3 people in 1 room. We're gonna double this. Did that cost just go up? How did that happen? We just quoted this a little while ago, and it was 4,300 and something, I swear to God. And now it's $48.85. Okay, so that price was $476 a night. So we're gonna select that. And then we add in our ticket options. We want 3-day with park hopper. Continue. Okay, and just remember, this is for 3 people, 1 adult, 2 children, quote unquote, for 1 room. We have to double this. All right, so the total for the dates, May 19th to the 24th, for 3 people total, 1 adult, 2 children, although one of those being charged as an adult, staying at Saratoga Deluxe Studio Standard Room with a 3-day park hopper option for 1 room is $4,329.48. And like I said, we're going to multiply that number times 2, 43.29, we'll just say 50 cents, times 2, $8,659, booking it through Walt Disney World. $8,659. Y'all, that is such a huge savings. I continue to do these mock trips, and they really do flabbergast me sometimes. And it's funny because I think about the frustrations I had a couple of weeks ago trying to put these together. And I kept racking my brain on how I can make this work. And now that I finally have figured it out for larger families, it baffles me. If you're a party of like 4 and under, it's probably not going to be as drastic of a price difference as this was. Once you get into 6, 7, 8 plus sized parties, then the savings is kind of insane. But for you smaller families, or maybe you're just doing like a couples trip, you might not necessarily see a huge savings, but you are still getting way more bang for your buck, so to speak. So just keep that in mind. And then the cost of the trip through Total DVC, booking with me, is $6,840. Again, that is for 2 deluxe studio standard view rooms at Saratoga Springs, 5 nights, 6 days, 6 people, 3-day park hopper. Okay, so now the kicker of it is the difference. Getting down to the nitty gritty now, this is the whole point of this video. Total was $8,658 for the Walt Disney World trip cost. And we are going to subtract that by the total cost of the Total DVC side. $1,818. You're saving close to $2,000. Y'all, that's like your entire dining cost or your souvenirs if you're wanting to go crazy on souvenirs this trip. Like, and that's how I look at this, you guys, is it would have cost me even more to add in the dining plan through Disney. And I'm already saving money. Like, the savings is already there. That's incredible to me. Just if you are a larger family, and this is exactly why I wanted to showcase my family personally first, because I think it affects us larger families more. It's insane. And again, this, you can't compare apples to oranges, so I'm not comparing value to deluxe. Not right now anyway. That might be something that I try to debunk and look into in the future. But if you're someone who wants to have or has needs that requires you to book a deluxe resort, this is the way to go, especially being a bigger family. Let's try and see if we can figure out what the percentage is on this savings. So we've got 6840 minus 8658 divided by 8658 times 100. 21%, 20.99, so 21% less. Like, that's a really good deal. And I know you guys are probably like, oh, what about the discounts Disney gives you? You're not going to get an $1,800 savings. Not that drastic. Absolutely not. That is your food cost for the entire trip. Like seriously, if that. Like, you might be a family that just snacks all day and you don't do sit downs, or maybe you just do quick services. My family needs table service because of my daughter at least once or twice during the trip, but still, that's incredible. Then this would be the prices for Total Magic Plus. It's an additional, the increased amount for the rooms is not a lot. It is a little bit more because we have to supply this information. Nope, don't want to say that. It does increase your cost very little, but it helps you and it helps a firm. It's just how businesses work. So if you're interested in this tier, then I can get you quoted for this tier as well. Again, it's a slight increase, but you will be able to pay a firm over time. It's basically just like an interest rate kind of thing. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, the lighting has drastically changed. The sun is now out. But let's just recap this for a minute. I have my handy dandy little notebook. My handy dandy little notebook. Let's recap. Family of 6, 2 adults, 4 children, 5 nights, 6 days, Saratoga Springs, 2 deluxe studios with standard views, with 3-day park hopper tickets for 6 people. And this is the Disney price point. So booking directly through Disney, $8,659. Keeping in mind that 2 of my kids are charged as adults, 10 and up is adult pricing. I said 11 earlier in the video. I apologize. I was incorrect. It's 10. Now let's do the total DVC cost. Okay. Same specs. Family of 6, 2 adults, 4 children, Saratoga Springs, 5 nights, 6 days, 2 deluxe studios, standard views with 3-day park hopper tickets. $6,840. I still can't. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the difference now.
$8,659
with WDW, $6,840 with total DVC. That brings us to a grand total difference, or should I say savings? Sorry, grand total savings
of $1,818.
We're saving almost
$2,000
booking with total DVC. Now, obviously, these comparisons could change drastically depending on what you switch, where you move things, which resorts you pick. But I'm gonna come in and tell you that no matter what deluxe hotel you select, when you're booking a deluxe hotel with Disney, it's gonna be more, no matter what. You are paying on a per point basis, and that's the bottom line. With Disney, you're paying Disney directly, and with total DVC, you're paying a discounted rate. You are also getting help from an agent, just like you would booking with me if you were to book through Disney directly. But you have to keep in mind that if you were to book on this, this is based on if you were to book the trip on your own through Disney. You're not going to get those perks doing it by yourself. And especially if you're a newbie with a large family, you're going to want help, I promise. This has taken me years of hard work and learning and teaching myself how to do these things. I have dedicated sheets and planners that I use to help me with all this stuff. It's a lot of work, especially when you're digging into bigger groups of people. So just keep that in mind. I also want to make a point that I have not dug into any of these mock vacations using a value price point at Walt Disney World. You can't really compare a deluxe resort to a value resort. You just can't. You're not going to get extended evening hours. You're not going to get all the activities or the special transportation that you have access to if you book those things with a value resort. So it's like trying to compare apples with oranges. You really can't do that. So just keep that in mind. That doesn't mean I'm not up for a challenge and I won't try to debunk this at some point. If I can find you a deluxe resort at the same price as a value, that would be the ultimate chef's kiss. Comment below. Let me know if you'd be interested in me trying to do that for you. I'm always up for looking into these things and trying to figure it out. I think the fact that you can get a deluxe room with travel agent assistance at the same cost as a value is phenomenal. So not impossible, difficult, yes, but if you're somebody that's looking, you need a larger villa type room, or maybe you want to do a splurge vacation and you're looking to spend, you're going to spend more money, but the savings entices you, please reach out. All of my information, my contact form for Total DVC is down below. I would love to get you quoted and started today. And I hope this helped. I hope this video was what I wanted it to be for you guys. And I hope that it really showed you some insight into what I do and how I can help you. I also want to add in that Total DVC does have another tier, and it's the Total Disney Magic Plus tier. I'll insert that in now while I'm talking about it. The Total Magic Plus tier is for anyone that wants to make payments just like you would be able to do booking through Walt Disney World. We have a contract with a company called Affirm. And if you are unfamiliar with what Affirm does, it's a lot like Afterpay, Klarna, Uplift, those types of sites where you are approved to a certain amount of credit, and you can use that credit amount to pay for your Total DVC vacation, and then you will make payments every month up until it's time for you to go, or however long the Affirm payment plan is. You still have to pay a deposit, but if you can qualify for that, then this would be the prices for Total Magic Plus. It's an additional, the increased amount for the rooms is not a lot. It does increase your cost very little, but it helps you and it helps a firm. It's just how businesses work. So if you're interested in this tier, then I can get you quoted for this tier as well. Again, it's a slight increase, but you will be able to pay a firm over time. It's basically just like an interest rate. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to do another one of these. I have a few lined up already, so stay tuned for another Fantasy Fridays mock vacation. But until then, I hope you liked it. Again, if you're interested in getting a quote from me today, my link is down below. You can just go to my contact form, fill out all the information, and I will get started on giving you a quote and getting you booked for your next magical vacation as soon as I can. All right, you guys, until the next video, happy planning and stay magical. Bye.